Now is the moment you've been waiting for, right? It's time to recognize our amazing graduates. During today's ceremony, our students will be recognized by Zoe Zetman, BSW Advisor, and Michael Robinson, MSW Advisor. Associate Dean for Student Affairs, Dr. Jennifer Farinello, and MSW Program Director, Professor Fran Komori, will present our students with their alumni lapel pins as they cross the stage. Students, please have your name cards ready to pass to Zoe and Michael. Jennifer, please join me to recognize our BSW programs and students.
Hi everyone, I'm Associate Dean for Student Affairs, Jennifer Farinello. I'm stepping in today for Dr. Carol Edwards, who could not join us, but she sends her regards. She made sure to let you know that I let you know that she is so very proud of this BSW group, and she knows that you're going to be amazing social work professionals. This semester we have 33 BSW graduates. I see some amazing social work professionals in front of me, and we look forward to seeing your future accomplishments. So with that, FSU College of Social Work, BSW class of 2026, let's start this process.